What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream from Pink Tourmaline. All right, just making sure we're live here. Hopefully we are. Yep, there we go. There we go. We are live. We are back. What's up, everybody? Okay, just checking. Yeah, back in the home base, in the home office. We are good to go. Let me start right off once again with my Instagram handle. If you guys want to reach out, message me, send me videos, different things like that, you can do that on Instagram. There's my Instagram handle, Pink Tourmaline Huzefa, and you can find me there. So as people make their way in, I just thought we could start recapping about some of the content that I've covered recently on the channel, specifically that Rachel Corpus interview that I thought was so interesting. Curious to see how people respond and react as more people watch it and check it out. But I thought it was so much fun to interview her. And I got to ask a lot of questions that were looming in my mind after watching her first video and that first piece of content that I reviewed. But I thought it was really cool. Paul Wallace, what's up? What's up? Amy, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome in, everybody. Heart Magic Wisdom. Yo, what's up? What's up? Oh yeah, check out Heart Magic Wisdom. This is the Fabian? This is the YouTube channel, right? That you just started. I saw Fabian's been getting some good views. Let me know if this is the one. Maybe you guys can click over and check it out. Yeah. So this is Fabian's YouTube channel, Heart Magic Wisdom. If you guys want to check it out, covering I think similar content. K. Howie Hickman says, good evening from North Texas. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so what is it, 7 or 8 there? Because I know Texas is 2 different time zones. Children of Light, Mahala is in the house. Mahala's doing a live stream tomorrow, I believe, on her YouTube channel she mentioned. If you want to post that, let people know when you're doing that. Krishna Consciousness Academy is back in the house. What's up, what's up? Hey, Krishna, was it you that mentioned that I should look at Eric Dubay and the, what's it called? The like Stockholm Syndrome, spiritual Stockholm Syndrome? Or no, I can't remember. All right, it's 8 p.m. there. Okay, so you're in Central Time. Yeah, I was just in Chicago earlier this week, also in Central Time. Urko says, when will Howdy come here? Not till the very end of July or beginning of August, unfortunately. It's going to be some time. I'm waiting to actually hear. Let me see if he responded to me. I got a really big announcement, though, today for somebody who's going to be on soon. I will tell you guys in a moment. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, no, Howdy hasn't responded yet. But he said end of July, beginning of August. So I sent over some dates. We'll see. No, you didn't recommend Eric Dubay? Oh, you liked it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I gotta watch the second half and make the second part of that video. It was really, really fascinating video. Oops. Darn it, my space heater's not working. Shoot. Okay. All right, yep. Mahala is doing a live stream tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. EST. That's 7:30 a.m. PST. How'd he put out a video today about his new book? Wait, what's his new book? Let me see it. What's it called? Okay, I'm going to his website right now. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, is this it? What We Lost? Let me see. Here we go. What We Lost. Natural adults in the world they inhabited among billions. People over the age of 20. How many truly can be called adults? Only defined by age, wars, integrity, 10%, 5%. The loss of natural adults and the ancient coming of age ceremonies that help generate them. The loss of balanced reality. Interesting. All right, that's very fascinating. I did not know he made a new book. All right, very accurate. What do you mean is very accurate? Do you mean Eric Dubay's take on the world? Do you mean my video on Eric Dubay's philosophies and ideas? Let me know. Hey, look at this cool YouTube name, As Above, As Below, etc. I like that. As above, so below, or as above. Maybe it's as above, as below. But I love that. That's so funny. So many people say that in this community, and it was like, no, I didn't hear anybody say it, but it just popped into my head randomly. And then, like, I was just trying to think about, just thinking, I mean, obviously, just thinking logically about the disarray and the chaos of the world. And then, okay, well, yeah, I heard that somewhere. I think I heard it in the Bible or something like that. And it's fun. It seems to be such a common phrase in this community. Like, did we just all come to it because it just fits so naturally? I wonder. Amy said, love the video about Eric D. Awesome. Thank you. Yes, Urko says. Oh, okay. Urko was talking about that Eric Dubay video was good, though. I'm halfway through the audiobook currently, and really good book. Yeah, I got to get through the rest. Yes, Eric is accurate. Rachel Corpus is not. And look, there may be some inaccuracies with Rachel's testimony or other people's testimonies. I don't know, but that's why I wanted to have her on, so we could talk about it. We could ask some questions and we could learn. I still think there's probably nuggets of truth and wisdom in a lot of people's testimonies, as long as they're trying to ascertain the truth. They may not always be hitting it the nail right on the head, because they may be manipulated. They may be subject to, who knows, bad information. I mean, that's the world that we live in. That's the matrix that we're contained in right now. But I think as long as they're trying to shine a light on truth, there's usually like something to be gained, obviously to varying degrees with every person, but something to be gained, especially and I think Rachel is, I mean, maybe there's some things that she said that turned you off. I don't know specifically what, but she's probably way more on point than a lot of other people that would be interviewed by mainstream media or this and that. I mean, you know what I mean? I think a lot of what she says, I'm assuming you would probably agree with. Maybe there's just particular pieces that you felt that were out of alignment. As above, as below, as within, as without. Ooh, I like that. I would not trust the source of information Rachel is getting from. She's channeling saints and angels. She even said Angel Lucifer. Yeah, I heard that. Angel Gabriel. Those angels are actually archons. The phrase is from Kybalion. What's Kybalion? Not some, many, and archonically manipulated. What is NOS confunden? I'm going to look it up right now. NOS confunden. Let's see. This one? Nos confunden, the custodians, the navigator who crossed the ice. The war behind the walls. Okay, so it's this channel. There's only a few videos. I think Eric is spot on. Yeah, I agree. Thanks for putting out that video. Well, more to come. We're going to do part 2 very soon. I think everything is a micro of a macro is more befitting. Yeah, you know what, though? I was thinking about this too, right? We talk about this as above, as below. But then what about, or maybe the analogy stops at this point, but then what about beyond that level of the archons, right? Is there, if we theorize that there's a pleroma or a trusted safe space, that would be the as above to the as below realm of, I guess, the astral or whatever plane is the intermediary between here and the pleroma. So then that one is not as, you know what I mean? As above, so below, or as above, as below, right? Or maybe it's just considered 2 different realms. I don't know. That was just a thought that crossed my mind the other day. Chris, how did you feel when she called in? I mean, I have no idea. I was just trying to listen. Look, I don't know how the names that she's hearing necessarily relate to. I just don't know enough about channeling to really have a strong opinion one way or the other. The other thing is, I don't know what the, like I'm not necessarily trusting the typical Judeo-Christian narrative of who Lucifer is or was or anything like that. So I was just I was just listening. Um, yeah, I don't know. That I am wary of channeling in general, and I asked her about that too. I said, "Hey, do you ever wonder if you're channeling negative entities?" She felt quite confident that she could distinguish between light and dark entities. And that's where I left it because it's not a point that I can really, I'm just asking questions. I've never channeled before. I don't know enough about channeling to know how easy or how hard it is to get manipulated. I just kind of wanted to hear her perspective on that. The channeling aspect turned me off a little bit of a red flag. Yeah. I mean, I bet you if Tony Sayers pops in today, I guarantee you he'll say the same thing. I wonder if he did hear that interview. Rachel's manipulated and deceived by archons. Okay, so that's what Mihaela thinks. The problem is none of it's data driven. Yeah, that's I think in general, unless you do maybe group channeling, but like that's what I like about remote viewing is there is some effort to corroborate, to kind of gather data on the same targets. I know that what was it? I think it was Darius was saying, well, hey, remote viewing, you shouldn't be as trusted as out of body because you don't fully get out. You're like 30% out compared to 100% out or whatever it is. But then you could counter that with, well, okay, fine, you're 100% out. But then if you have like 7 people doing it 30% out, is that now at 210% versus 100%? Or, you can now have corroboration. Are you less likely to be manipulated? I would assume so, right? It's a lot harder to fool a group of 7 than a group of 1. So, yeah, these are other things that make me think remote viewing is a very sound source potentially. Kybalion is the origin of the 7 cosmic rules. Oh, wait. Let me look this up. Because I've been wanting to make a video on the cosmic rules. Hold on. 7 cosmic rules. Like the law of free will or the law, right? Is that what you're talking about? Hold on. Let me look this up. Oh my God. This is what I've been looking for. Wait, hold on. Cause and effect. Oh, no. Okay. It's not exactly what I was thinking of, but it flows out and in. Everything has its tides. Polarity. Everything is dual. Opposites are identical in nature, but different only degree. Hot and cold are the same thing. Vibration. Interesting. Okay, very cool. He has about 235,000 subs, so he has a big following, and so you should see more video. Oh, yeah, why did I only see that many videos? I don't know. Okay, I'll have to go back and look again. Wait, what was it called again? Hold on, I think it was back here. Here it is. No, maybe this is a playlist or something. Hold on. Oh, that's why. This isn't the actual channel. Hold on. I see. Found it. Okay. Human reset. Got it. Okay. I will check it out later for sure. Okay. Let's see. Universe isn't real. Nas confunden. Interesting. Yes, we are the micro. More than ever before, we have to use our discernment. There's an easy way to tell if something is true. Your body will tell you. If it's light, then it's true. If it's heavy, then it's a lie. Discernment, I think you're talking about. The demiurge tried to initiate Adam of the pleroma. The as above, so below applies both for the positive and negative realms, I believe. We are on the negative end of the universe, though. Okay. Interesting. NDEs are the archonic fake news. Rachel saying she is a seraphim was heavy for me. Also, the Lucifer thing was heavy. Okay. I got you. I don't trust channeling. Fair enough. PBMs. Well, what did you think? Fair enough about the channeling. What did you think, though, about what she saw about base reality? Because, of course, there very well could be some manipulation. I mean, I had my own questions, too, on that front. And I don't think she would say one way or another that she would know. I think she would say that. But what about the stuff that she observed, base reality? What were your thoughts on that? PBMs are not. So you're saying NDEs are the fake news. PBMs, what is that? PBM. What does that stand for? It's not remote. I'm not sure. Tell me what PBM stand for. Eric Dubay, don't believe nuclear bombs, weapons. No, she's not an angel. Seth says seraphim are dragon like the demiurge. What? Rachel said that she's a seraphim, which is part of the Elohim, Anunnaki, or is the Nasa. Really? Okay, so I don't know any of this. I didn't know there was a connection between those two. Melissa in the house. Rachel seems nice. She truly believes what she says, but doesn't anyone think it's not right for us to be locked in pods, watched and monitored? Right. Yeah. And I think that's kind of what Intuitive Underground's feeling was. Not that we went in there voluntarily, but it was some sort of a bargain or a trick or an exchange or something along those lines. And the people that were running the simulation itself were extracting or maybe stealing stuff from us. Different perspective. But still, the actual phenomenon was corroborated. Just the why behind the what was not corroborated. Imitate Adam. Base reality is a modern term. Archonic fake. Children of light. I felt her shift when she started channeling the council. Interesting. There are no good angels, just envious deceivers. Huh. Pre-birth memories. I was there. You had pre-birth memories, Seth? Is that what you're saying? She had no clue who she was channeling. She called to a group of them, then trusted on who she was actually talking to. There's nothing good about channeling. Never give your sovereignty over. This is exactly why we keep being discerning. She is channeling archonic beings, if anything. I think what she said about base reality is what the archon... it's so difficult. It's so tough to figure this stuff out. Or maybe the key is we see what we see and we try to tune out what people are telling us or what entities are telling us. Maybe it's literally there are maybe people we can trust, but it's so difficult to discern who to trust and who not to in those realms that you just have to keep looking inward. You just have to keep looking inside. Maybe that's the answer. If you're relying on anybody, then that could be problematic. Where is this base reality? Isn't that still in the astral? Anything in the astral? I don't. It doesn't sound like it's in the astral. I am, by the way, not sure exactly, but it feels like the astral is still kind of part of this simulation, but obviously outside of what we're sort of in right now or what we can perceive from a dimensional standpoint. And then I think base reality is in another universe or another dimension altogether, and that we project into this dimension that contains both this world and the astral. That's what I think anyways. I think base reality is outside. Watch the video about seraphim and dragons. Oh, okay. Yes, always trust yourself. Yeah, I think that's the key as well. Simple. The answers are kind of simple, Okay, I'm going to make my announcement, guys. I'm going to make my announcements. Guess who I'm going to be interviewing? Can anybody guess? Throw it in the chat. This is a really, really, really good one. Everybody's going to be happy with this one. Everybody's going to be happy. It's not Howdy Mikoski either. Yet, not yet. That's going to be down the line. You should really look up the Alchemist 369 or For the Eye. Oh, Krishna Consciousness Academy. Got it. I wish it was David Icke. One day. Krishna Consciousness Academy. Got it. It's Isabella Green. Yep. We have just started communicating. Obviously, we haven't locked it in yet. We haven't locked in a date, but hopefully in the near future, in the next month, it'll be in the next month. And yeah, so I am super excited. Not Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell would be interesting, but I'm more excited to talk to Isabella Green, me personally. David Icke would be amazing. Let's put that out there in the universe. That would be incredible to have a talk with David Icke. Hopefully that will happen soon. But no, it's not David Icke, at least not yet, but soon. If we left our meat suit, where are we going? Yeah, that's the question. Well, what do you mean? Do you mean meat suit here, or do you mean meat suit in base reality if base reality exists? Real reality is somewhere else. The astral needs to be destroyed. Isabella, you nailed it. Why is this discrepancy between what Darius says the soul is so physical, but most, if not all, NDEs say that they didn't have bodies when they were in the astral? I think when Darius is saying it's physical in like, I think he's just saying when you're in your light body or your soul, if everything feel like, it doesn't feel as though you're just kind of going through walls and there's no substance. Everything feels very real, I think, is what he was trying to say. Not physical in the sense of physical here, I think. And by the way, in NDEs, all NDEs are saying they didn't have bodies. I thought pretty much most NDEs they do have bodies. You have the light body, and it feels very similar to your body here. Isabella saw the demiurge. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her about that. I got it right. Yes, you did. That's so great. Happy for you. Yes, 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 Amy. It's gonna be amazing. Isabella, does Isabella channel? What? I didn't know that. I really like Isabella Green. Me too. I get a good vibe from her. Congratulations about Isabella. I'm also very excited about this interview. Let's go. It's gonna be legendary. Isabella charges for her quantum traveling technique. I don't think, I don't know too much about it. Think money. Check out. I mean, I don't think, look, just because somebody is teaching a technique and charges money for it, we're in this. I don't think that's something to say, okay, well, we have to throw them under, we have to throw them away completely. You know, people have to survive in this world. It's just like Howdy McCoskey says, we are in the matrix, but you're not meant to just pretend the matrix is not, doesn't exist, and you just la-di-da meditate and just kind of ignore. One of the things that he mentions in his book is keeping your house in order, right? Staying on top of your responsibilities, financial or otherwise. So if that's a way that, if people are paying and they find value in it, and she's offering it for, trying to provide value, and, I don't, that's not like a red flag to me necessarily. Who's ever trying to make sense of Darius' word salad? Yeah, I honestly can't remember exactly what he said. So maybe I should just stop. I can't remember exactly what he said on that front. I know what you're referring to though, Mihaela. He's meaning because you're in a vibrational state, it's a higher frequency, therefore you can feel everything as you do here. But your senses and stuff. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I think that's right. Soul has 3 forms. No, I haven't flipped 180. I'll tell you my thoughts on Darius right now. And I would say this right to him. And I was pretty open with him in terms of my thoughts on, like, my questions about where he's getting his information. Here's where I changed my thought. I was a little suspicious of him at first. I don't know. I felt like he was framing things in a way to make himself appear right, like at all cost. That was my initial feeling. After actually having a conversation with him, this is what I think now. I think that the experiences that he's had are legitimate. I think that he really has spoken to Celeste and his uncle Bob, and they've given him information. Now, the question is that information accurate? Is that information the right information that he is conveying to us? That's where I have my questions. And the problems with, I think, the way that Darius is going about disseminating information, again, I don't know. He could be right. Like, anybody could be right. I'm not saying that I'm right 100% either. I'm still trying to figure it out. But the inherent problem that I see there is he's limiting his intake of information to effectively 2 sources, but really 1. I think primarily this being Celeste. Just like we're talking about the dangers of channeling, that could be information from archons or from negative entities. And I think, and he's so firm on the stance that the information he's getting is right and 100% true, based on the predictive elements and different things like that, that I think that's his shortcomings, that he's not necessarily willing to, and he might come on here and say, no, you didn't get that right. I may be getting this somewhat wrong, but that's kind of my feeling, is that he's not really pushing the forefront and trying to go outside of that bubble of that information that he's receiving through those two channels. And that's where the danger lies with the information. But I will say that I don't look at him anymore the way that I did before, with the little, hey, what's your motive here? What are you trying to do? I don't look at him necessarily that way. I got the feeling from that talk that he's just really, really, really trusting in this information, because it must have felt so true and authentic. But the rest of us outside of it, we're looking at it differently. It's kind of like when you're in a relationship and you tell everybody, you introduce them to your girlfriend, hey, isn't she amazing? She's incredible. She's so awesome. And everybody else is kind of thinking, she's okay. She's a little, I don't know. But all you see is just, no, she's perfect. She's the one. She's incredible. And everybody else doesn't really want to say that, and they're sensing something different, and they're not, haven't been love bombed. So that, you know what I mean? It's kind of maybe potentially one of those situations, or at least it could be, but yeah. So anyways, Kylon, to answer your question, parts of my opinion have definitely shifted on Darius for sure. What's your burning question for Isabel? Oh man, I'm going to have to reread her first book. And then she asked me to read a second book before we do the interview. So I'm going to try and read a bunch of her information. I can't really answer that just yet. But why I'm so excited to have Isabel on here is because I feel as though she feels so authentic. And I think she's on it. I think she's on the right information in a lot of ways. She quantum travels to the true void. I do. I'll tell you why. Who says you don't have bodies in the astral? What? Yeah, I think we have the astral body. She wants us to go to the true void after death and lose her. Oh, like the merging thing? Okay, well, I'll ask her about that. As long as it's authentic and do it integrity, it's for real, then I don't care. Try to get Sonia Westerman on. She's legit and she knows topics. Sonia Westerman, man. Let me see if that's on my topic list. Hold on. Sonia. No, she's not. Okay. Let me write that down. Sonia Westerman. Okay. Added to the list. Westerman, not men. Westerman. Okay, got it. There's plenty of bodies. Astral body, etheric body. Right, exactly. Yeah, I've heard that too. This question is for everyone. When it comes to what happens after death, OBs, whose info do you trust? Right. Well, that's the question. We're still, I think, whose do we trust right now the most? I don't even know if I can answer that right now. Nice guy, though, in Dog Lover. Who, you mean? Oh, Darius has a dog? Yeah, he said that, I think, that he's got multiple dogs. Rachel said that this earth is a school, and when we merge with Source downloads our experiences. Does that ring a bell? Did she say merge? I don't remember that. Did she say merge? I really don't remember that. No, Darius equals wrong. His whole thing is to get out the information he knows to as many people as they can reach. It's like he says all the stuff he knows. It's just going to be like, who's going to understand it? What I saw with Darius is that he wants you to like him, so you would say nice things about him. It was odd when he told you what he eats and then offering to help you do an OBE. Oh, you think he was just trying to win me over? I don't know. It could be. Again, this could be that situation where you perceive it better than me. But I mean, it's not like he's hammering me with emails trying to help me have an OBE. He did give me some advice, and then he followed up with one email. But he states love will solve everything. Darius gets archonically manipulated information. I mean, that's what I suspect may be happening. But, you know, we don't know for sure. If you knew everything that was on the other side, you're just going to be like, what is all this? It's a lot of information to put out in our physical reality. Morgue Official, can you check him out if he is real about the topic you explore? I think that's on my list. Morgue. Somebody told me about Morgue Official. Nope, it's not on my list. Okay, adding it. He is a nice guy with star looks. He's making money on YouTube. You're talking about Darius. Isabella's discovering Gnosticism. It's true. Yeah, I saw in one of the interviews, she's reading the text from Nag Hammadi. Yes, but not all info. She doesn't know much about the pleroma. I support the Archons. Ruthless wisdom. trolling, I think. Black Herd says, what's up? Reach out to Ryan Cropper, see if he's in the mood for an interview. Ryan Cropper. Let me write that down. Ryan Cropper. Okay, I'll look him up. Isabella needs to explain how activating Kundalini energy is not activating and creating a pathway for the corrupted. Yeah, I think this is something that Tony has mentioned. I don't know much about Kundalini. Darius looks like a cool mystic sage. I could be a sage. Who's to say sages have to have long hair, right? Maybe they look like an Indian kid that grew up in Michigan. You never know. No, I'm just kidding. Source already knows you are good. This place is not a school. I noticed that Darius tried to hypnotize. What? He didn't hypnotize me. What are you talking about? Why do you say that? Darius doesn't care. I heard you say you were interested and he offered. There's a great OBE guy that goes by Alchemist 369. Somebody else wrote that down. Hold on. Alchemist 369. Hey there. What's up? What's up? Thank you for doing a live. You're welcome. You don't have long enough hair. Oh my God. You should have seen my hair during the pandemic. I didn't get a haircut for 9 months. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It's pretty funny. Hold on. Or I'll find a video actually. Okay, check this out. You're going to see my hair during the pandemic. It was crazy. Where was it? What was that? Oh my God, that's like 6 years ago now. How insane is that? Okay, go back. Further. Okay, I'm going to find the video where my hair was crazy long. Oh, I found it. Yes, let's go. Okay, is it this one here? Okay, check this out.
Want to land a seat at a top business school?
Okay, hold on. You guys are going to crack up.
What's up, everybody, and welcome.
Okay, ready? Here we go. This is me with a crazy haircut. Or a lack thereof, I should say. Check out that hair. I think that's right before. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, no. My hair was longer than this because this is in March. I think my hair was the longest in October. March 28th, 2021. Well, anyways, it's pretty long here. You can see it. Let me know what you guys think. I look like a gym bro. Yeah. I got to do it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh my God. That's so funny. Alchemist 369 is very similar to Darius. Okay. Hypnotize LML. People are cray. Darius is fine. Just myself. Jamali says. Ryan Cropper is excellent. Offers a lot of free material. Ryan Cropper. All right. I wrote that down. Oh, okay. So it's one of Darius' guys. Got it. The problem is nothing new is being offered by anyone in the space. Darius seems fine, but we haven't heard it. But haven't we heard it all before? Too many ideas. This is a prison. We are all trapped, or heaven awaits. Okay. Isabella is giving wrong advice currently, and you need to use her special technique to get to the true void. So she's giving wrong advice. Okay. Do you know Mike Martin? He has been OBE traveling in astral for no, I don't know this guy. Let me write it down. Mike Martin, OBE. Done. Added to the list. Check Genie Dot. You would like him. Bro is definitely authentic and super knowledgeable. Okay. Genie Dot. Added. I love how you're finding all these people who align with our search for truth. I want to figure it out fairly quickly. I'm already 73. Hey, I'm trying to. Hypnosis works by repeating the same thing over and over and putting you in a nice, comfortable state. That is what he is doing. Maybe not on purpose, but that is what it looked like. Now, I don't think I was hypnotized, but I guess how would I know? But yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm all of a sudden. I pretty much feel similarly to what I felt before, except for I I think one of the things that I was wondering is he, trying to, is this something that he really believes, or is this something that maybe he's putting out there in not the best way, if you get what I'm saying. And that's the part that changed. But that's one of the things why we meet people, why we have discussions, right? I was just analyzing videos. I don't know, I don't think I would call that hypnosis by any means. Maybe I could have been, yeah, I definitely could have been led astray, or I could be wrong still on that. But yeah, I don't know. Yes, he was taught by Dare Say. The difference is you look like I look like a gym bro now because of the tank top, or with the hair, you mean? Krishna Conscious Academy, Mike Martin is the real deal. All right, cool. Oh, Amy Fugoli knows him. Okay, your hair is slightly, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that hair, and that bandana. What do you think of that bandana? Or it wasn't a bandana, it was like a headband or something. The hair suits you well. Okay, wait, what do you mean? The long hair or the short hair suits me well? We are more powerful than the Archons. If we can't beat them, we can join, just like Bugs Bunny strategy. I think we're definitely more powerful than them, yeah, but I don't know. Bottom line, after AI analysis, Gnosticism is true. There you go. Why doesn't anyone ever tell us what God is doing in all this? Well, I think that we don't. I think that people don't really know. We've heard the Intuitive Underground say that God is effectively, to some extent, when they try to remote view the God mind, that is effectively indifferent. That is sort of sitting right in the middle, maybe offering help, but not in the way of, hey, I have to fix the situation. Another perspective I've heard is we are God. Effectively, we're fragments of God. And when you think about the divine spark, that's exactly what that means. So it's not God that when we talk about God, we're talking about us. The responsibility is on us to get out and fix things. And so that could be another way to think about this. But Genie Dot, oh yeah, I agree. You got to keep practicing and explore yourself. Don't get impatient with the end result. Be present with the process. I believe everyone can achieve astral. Yeah, I totally agree too. And a lot of people said that who do it. Seek truth, 100%. Concerning the term base reality, the term base reality gained prominence in 2003 when Nick Bostrom published his seminal paper, Are You Living in a... Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Melissa says, Isabella is not exactly giving wrong advice. She's open to other things. If you listen to people's work more extensively, you can get more of a feel for them. That's what I do. Nice. Hey, Melissa, if you have some good stuff, send it to me. You can either hit me on Instagram or you can email me. The email address is pinktourmaline1980@gmail.com. If you have some good stuff for Isabella, because I'll need to do a lot of research before I meet with her. I don't know what's been going on lately for the last month. Whenever I do these streams or I talk a lot, my throat just tightens up so much. I feel like I need to get, I don't know, some tea or something. Okay. Oh, Suzanne, you like the hair. You like the long hair, huh? Old school me. You meant the long hair suits me. Yeah. It is kind of a pain, though. It is kind of a pain to have long hair. The true God monad just sits there. God is sitting right in the right. That's what I feel. Right here. It's within us. Yes, we are divine sparks, that says. It's odd how Darius is on every podcast last year, so no ramp up, just bam, he is on all podcasts. Dr. WPHD, if you take the Hermetic perspective, the universe is God. We are a slice of the divine trying to understand itself. As above, so below. Trying to understand itself, then why... When people say that, it's why the memory wipe? Although I guess the counter argument is that, well, you're not supposed to have the memory wipe. Things have been hijacked, and the memory wipe is sort of a artificial construct on top of what we're supposed to be experiencing, I guess. It's something that Rachel said too. I know not everybody is fully on board with everything Rachel said, but something that she said, which did resonate with me. Excuse me, I think sometimes we have this preconceived notion that source is omniscient, omnipotent, all-knowing. But maybe that's the false assumption. And maybe it's not, or us, which is what we are. Maybe we're not all-knowing. Maybe we're not everywhere yet. And this is how we grow and learn, via these experiences. And maybe that process has been hijacked, but ultimately it's not as though source us has everything, has all the answers. We're trying to get the answers. I don't know. Excuse me. Isabella Green is very fear-mongering and offers very sophisticated techniques that will take very long to master to escape. She is giving wrong advice, encouraging others not to go to the pleroma, but rather to the true void instead. Yeah, I only read one of her books too, Melissa. God is neutral. Yeah, this is what Intuitive Underground has said is that in their remote viewing sessions. Oh my God, my voice is like closing up. Hold on. I think our power within might have been erased by who? Oh, what do you mean you resisted the memory wipe? So you have memories from a previous life or pre-birth memories? Memory wipe is mostly to make you forget what happens after death. Oh, really? I've heard somebody else say this. Why do you believe this, Source Warrior? Like, cause stuff after death happens to you that's painful in the energy extraction or something, and they want you to forget that. Does Source grow when we do? Well, I would assume if we are truly part of Source, then I would say yes, but Seth, then how are you still here? At Seth, how are you still here? Posted 5 years ago. How are you still here? Memory wipe also occurs pre-birth. Okay. So Seth, do you remember your past lives and pre-birth memories? Misty's asking. Dr. W, PhD. Hermeticism doesn't necessarily take reincarnation into consideration. Seth, yes. Oh, Seth remembers past lives and pre-birth memories. What do we really know about the pleroma, with all due respect? Melissa is asking. Yes, so you remember base reality. What was it like from your recollection? What do you remember? Do you remember the pods? Do you remember, like, tell us, what do you remember? Okay, I'm going to unshare this weird picture of me. Is this your channel, Seth147 H9Y? Is this music? Miss said, hey, I should interview Seth. Yes, no pods. Okay. Is this audio or is this text in this video? Because there's music. I would actually play some of it right now, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. So is this open source music or what is it in this video? Shannon says, you know that there were no pods. Music is okay per YouTube rules. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh wait, there's no audio. Hold on. Okay, so what? Oh, so this is just what you remember seeing. Let me see. I'll just mute it just to be safe. Okay, the hooded figures that David Icke talks about. I assume these are archons. How did you do this with AI? Okay, you remember looking at the earth. Interesting. Okay. Not making money without memory wipe, then you will try a different method to escape each time you die until you return to the pleroma. No video creation software. Okay, got it. Isabella Green says She says base level Earth and she saw base level Earth, saw no life on there, but intuitive underground data shows the Archons working there in those prisons with our pods. How if she is legit? Interesting. See, I need to ask her about all this stuff. Holographic TV screens. Ninja Queen might be new to the live streams, at least. Ninja Queen, how long ago did you find the channel? And what was the video that brought you here? Welcome. We want to know more, Seth, is what Missy says. It's the entire sequence. Those birthmarks and other people, body, face, etc. I feel are past wounds. I've heard that too. I think Jason Georgiani has said something like that before. When they come back, they reincarnate man or women. Yes, Seth. Hold on. I flew today, by the way, guys, and I had about 4 hours of sleep. So the exhaustion is starting to hit me right now. Just FYI. If I'm starting to look a little out of it. There is no base reality. There are other dimensions. I really like the video I did on Eric Dubay's book. Oh, cool. What is it? GICIR 19. Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm going to do part 2 soon. I've still got to get through the rest of it. More to come. I got so much. Let me show you guys something. You want to know how much stuff I have to get through? Look at this. Look at this. Look how much stuff I've written down from all of you guys. Alabar Jones. A lot of people have mentioned him. Howdy McCoskey. That's going to happen soon. Like, this is crazy. Oh, this one we can cross off too. So, yeah. I will be working my tail off trying to get through all this material and information. And people on this list, right, or different YouTube channels, it's going to be a combination of making content about these people or these channels, as well as trying to interview the people behind them. So it's a combination of things. I don't cross them off until I've interviewed them. Your soul has 3 forms: non-ghost, non-ghost-like spirit, body, or orb. Don't overexhaust yourself. Here, let me tell you something about me. I work like a madman, and it's because of my ADHD. I think that's my engine effectively. But people have been saying that to me for the last 13 years, and I've worked myself like crazy in my tutoring business. I got my other channel, Scalar Learning, created so much content on it since 2016. Still tutor like a madman. I have so many clients that I work with on the regular, and people are still saying, hey, you're going to burn out. But if I do things out of love or things that I'm really passionate about, I just don't think those rules really apply to me. Well, I guess anything could happen. Anything could change as I get older, I suppose. But no, this channel is like, I think about it. You guys have no idea how much I think about it. You have no idea how important it is to me. Thanks for making time for us. Yeah, of course. Non equals none. Great. I look forward to it. Hey, don't remember the video. I just know I watched most of your... Oh, really? That's cool. Awesome. Well, welcome to the channel, Ninja Queen. Thank you so much. And that's awesome. Does anyone else find it so strange that in reality and both the construct and base reality is so damn subjective? What do you mean subjective? Wow, that's a lot of work to go through. I know. It's crazy. Eric Dubay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pablito. More to come. We're going to have part 2 coming out soon. How are you selling books? Yeah, but like, I mean, what do you like? How do you also has to survive? I mean, we're buying the books. It's a mutually beneficial agreement. I'm happy to buy the books. I want him to make money from all the work that he's doing. I don't see how that's such a big deal. It's okay to make money. Happy birthday, Fen Moon Child. Thank you. Yes, my birthday was 2 days ago. Thank you for remembering. I so agree. ADHD. You know, I didn't even know I had ADHD until like a year ago or something. And I turned 46 on Wednesday, so I had no idea. It was my ex-girlfriend that told me, who's a therapist. and she was nervous about telling me, hey, can I tell you something? I really hope you don't get upset, but I think I should tell you. I was like, yeah, you tell me whatever. I'm not going to get upset. And she told me I had ADHD. She's like, you have one of the most severe cases of ADHD I've ever seen. I was like, why would I be mad? That's amazing. Because it immediately explained why I feel like I'm so strange to most people in how I live my life and how I operate, and also how maybe I appear organized on the outside, but how my brain is just a tornado of thoughts. Like, okay, so that makes more sense. No, I liked it, but yeah, I think I'm sure it can be positive or negative depending on how you harness it. But Alabar Jones is so damn interesting. You would probably like Astral Irma. Astral Irma. Adding him to the list. Never heard of him. Astral Irma. But not money on false information. Yeah, but who's to decide? They're trying their best. Dude, think about it. I would say try not to be overly judgmental, because we can all fall victim, myself included, yourself included, to false victim. We're just but as long as the intent is pure, as long as people are trying and we're not trying to, I think you've got to give people grace there. Now, it's another thing if you're a government shill, or if you're trying to do things to manipulate or put disinformation out there, if you're being paid under the table to sway the masses in a particular way. Okay, that's different. But if you're trying, if the intention is good, and I think we should ease up on each other. This is something I talked about many times. I think that's part of the problem, is we jump on each other so quickly for little mistakes or little missteps. And ultimately, that's probably what the people in power and in charge want to have happen. They present these little issues that divide naturally. They don't care what side you're on, this left side or right side, but the fact that it creates a conflict is great for them. And then the rest of us that are trying to go in a pursuit of knowledge and trying to get to the truth of things, but then they make a misstep here, a misstep there, and then everybody jumps on them and then dismisses everything they've had to say thus far, even though there's a lot of things that they've said that have been right. Like, I feel like that's exactly what the opposition of freedom and truth would want. So I think we have to be careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I love Astral Irma. You're doing a great job with this channel, bro. You're going to get, thank you, Jamali. I appreciate you. This is a fake parasitical reality. You should not have to struggle to live. Yeah, I think a lot of us are starting to wake up to that reality, define-based reality. Missy said, Seth, that's very true. Exactly, Seth, regarding base reality. Mania maybe too, but in a good way. Yeah, I probably do have, yeah, I think I'm constantly in a manic episode, to like a slight manic one, because I always say I run on happiness or run on enthusiasm. And I mean, look, I obviously have my moments too where I get down. It happens to, I think, everybody, but overall, yeah, I run on happiness. Subjective meaning, like, so many people see the nature of reality so differently, but swear their view. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Innovart Concepts with the donation. Thank you for the 99 cents. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Did you want to share a comment or anything, or just the gift? But either way, thank you for the gift. Thank you. Howdy, is that his real name? It's like saying how to die, synchronicity or coincidence. Wait. What? Is that his real name? It's like saying how to die, synchronicity or coincidence. Not sure what I know what you mean by that, Source Warrior. I love how people think others should write free books and produce free videos like it's nothing. Yeah. Like, what would you rather these people do that are writing books and selling them? Would you rather them just then work? Because if they don't do that and get money this way, then they can't spend the time and they go work a regular job. Then they're not contributing anything, Now, I get it's a different thing if you realize, like, fake gurus or something, right? Where you realize you can monetize by manipulation and then you sort of spin a web of lies. Like, that's different. But while we're in this system, there's some of the rules that we kind of have to play by to a certain extent to just exist. And so I think we should be mindful of that. I'm loving being on this learning journey with y'all. Same, Missy. Heck yeah. We're building a heck of a community here. Oh, members, by the way, we're going to do another Google chat next week because I'm heading out of town next Friday. So I'm going to put a survey in a members only post, and we're going to try to order another Google Meet. Hopefully now we'll have like a big showing. I think it'd be really fun. We had a very intimate gathering last time, just 4 of us, me, Amy, oh my God. Hold on. Who was it? It was me, Amy, Kel, and Amy's friend. I'm blanking on her name right now. Wait, no. She messaged me. Hold on. It was... Darn it. I can't remember now. I'm blanking on the name. But yeah, it was 4 of us. It was really cool. But I'll be posting about it later this weekend. There's a way to discover. I studied much longer than you. Exactly. Jamali Antonio. Use AI and make your investigation data-based. We are in 3D reality. Money is just a tool. Yeah, exactly. Like University of Virginia and NDEs, Robert Monroe. Oh, I'm going to go to, hey, Seth, I'm going to the Monroe Institute very shortly. Be careful with shills, gatekeepers, controlled opposition. Pink seems legit. Thank you, Source Warrior. I appreciate you. Yes, define base reality. Hazefa is too legit to quit. That's right. We are all trying our best, or most of us. If I don't feel anything negative, Darius, for example, what's wrong with his message? If I don't feel anything negative, Darius, for example, what's wrong with his message? I appreciate most messages. If it doesn't feel right, I'll skip it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole key with discernment. And I guess we just got to keep trying. We just got to keep trying. Something that keeps coming up in a lot of my conversations with some of the guests that I've been interviewing is that we just got to keep trying to live as authentically ourselves, to just keep strengthening our discernment. And that's kind of been an interesting revelation for me, is when I think when we're growing up, we're told to do the right thing or be honest or be good for the benefit of others in society. And now I'm starting to think, no, it's actually for your own benefit. You're hurting yourself because you're hurting your own discernment and your own alignment when you're dishonest, whether it's with other people or even with yourself. And so it's a gift to yourself to try and be in as much alignment as possible. And I think the more we do that, the better our discernment, and hopefully the more aptly we can get through this maze and web of nonsense in this clown world. They can use ChatGPT for free. True goodness will never come to this realm. You are the goodness you seek. I like that. I'm not sure I trust ChatGPT either. You just need to know the correct questions to ask. Be careful with ChatGPT. You need to ask the same questions in different ways. Do you know about Dan Winters? Bro, your head would hurt trying to wrap your head around his thesis. Wait a minute. I don't know him, but I'm going to write it down. Dan, 1 second. Dan Winters, parasitic reality. Dan Winters, parasitic. Okay, he's on the list. Dude, really? No. Jamali, what are you saying? What are you saying, Missy? Dude, really? Dan Winters died? That's so sad. I mean, I guess I don't know him, but I was just getting excited about potentially talking to him. Congrats on going to the Monroe Institute. Thank you. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. Monroe was a place that I heard about 1.5 years ago. Again, also from my same ex-girlfriend who told me that I had ADHD, and she has been, and she was like, you gotta go, because she knew how I was into, this is back when I was just into NDEs and stuff, but she's like, this is exactly where you need to go. You have to go there. I went, it changed my life, all this stuff. And it's been on the list, and then now I got this crazy opportunity to go there. Yeah, it's really, really cool. I'm going to bed. It's 10 p.m. You want to be rested? Yes. Okay, Michaela. Good luck for your live stream tomorrow. Have a good night. ChatGPT and other AI models are lacking that hidden secret society knowledge. Sometimes it has no idea what I tell it. Got you. Yeah, well, I believe that. Here's what you need to do. Don't go into the light. Will yourself to go to your origin. Resist all archonic beings. Pink is exploring, just like us, this topic. Be free here and free afterlife. Yes. Resisting was how I remember my pre-birth realm. All right. Well, Seth, I have a question. Did you try and resist coming here? Like, were you trying to resist everything and only succeeded at resisting the memory wipe, or what do you remember? Yeah, I cannot wait to share about my Monroe Institute experience. Shannon, did I tell you that they're going to be filming the whole thing, and I'm going to be doing they're filming me and 19 other people going through the whole experience. So it's all going to be documented. Remember, Monroe is all in the astral planes. Yes, sure. I know. Prone to archonic manipulation. Yeah. Looks like Dan Winters is alive. Jamali says, "Yay!" Okay, good. What is this? Robert Monroe coin. Yes, he did. I know he's an OG. I keep forgetting. I have to buy like multiple of his books before I go out of town next week because I want to read all of them before I go. I don't know if that's possible. I think he's got a bunch, but have you ever read Pistis Sophia? No, I have not. The one and only Spook might be new here. Welcome. How did you find the channel? So cool. Can't wait. Yeah, me too. Cannot wait. Gnostics recognized Lush long before Monroe. Okay. In where did they because tell me where that's written. I heard in a video they called it the harvest of, what was the term? I can't remember. But then I couldn't find anything, at least in the Apocryphon of John, that referenced this idea of Lush. But I heard somebody else say that. Like, where is it referenced and how? In Jerry Monroe Institute, you could say, and can you say your experience there after a visit? Yeah, 100% I will. Okay, yes, Missy says she was wrong. Pistis Sophia is most impossible to read. Does the Monroe Institute freight? What does freight mean? What does that mean? Oh, does it frighten me? No, I'm not frightened. I don't know. Maybe should I be? But no, it does not frighten me. I don't know. You think? I feel like it's better if I read, no? And learn. I mean, I know some stuff about Robert Monroe. I just thought it'd be a good idea to read his books. Why do you think I should not read anything? Save the chat, but it's there. Seth, do you astral travel or go out of body? Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I'm checking right now. The Matrix or the... Okay, let's see if I can find anything using chat. Heart Magic Wisdom. Not sure if you know the connection, but Tom Campbell. Yeah, I know about Tom Campbell. I've made a video about him. He thinks he got it wrong, but I mean, yeah, I don't. I mean, what's his explanation for it? I haven't heard him talk about it exactly, but I'm also not so sure Tom Campbell's whole perspective and take on everything is legitimate either. Like, he talked about it, watching like being in the waiting area and escorting souls from that have just passed on to the next realm. I mean, the way he described it anyways made me think definitely that his whole experience could have been susceptible to manipulation. Again, it's just a feeling I got, but I don't know. Yeah, he did coin the term Lush. I would recommend reading his books. Jamali says, I have pre-memory of the grays and blondes, either to A, not come here or B. You were tricked to come. Have I ever had an OBE? Are you talking to me? No, but I've been trying, but unsuccessfully. So that's why I'm so excited to go to Monroe. I got here because you're the one channel that didn't bought all Darius's rights, Darius J. Wright stock right away. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to the channel. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And now you're here for the ride because we're going on a long journey, all of us here together, a journey for truth, a journey to try and figure out what the heck is going on in this realm and beyond. No, I don't astral travel, but I know exactly what it's like to be out of your body. Marilyn Hughes wrote 144 books on OBE. Oh, interesting. What's up, 1009 Taboo? I think you might be new here as well. Welcome. Just so nothing. So you just want, you want it to be like a pure, unbiased experience. I think reading his books, I don't feel like, it'd be one thing if I was going there to learn about Robert Monroe in a, you know what I mean? And that's what the whole experience is about, but it's not really, it's more about the idea of inducing an OBE or how to get into these deep meditative states. And I just think that would be just more context to get deeper into the experience. That's the way that I think about it anyways, but I'll think about it. Gotcha. The term loosely was coined by Monroe, I think, but the concept has been around. It has been around in history. Okay, wait. I looked on ChatGPT. Let me see what it says. Someone said that the archons, alien, mess up all the time. They're not all powerful, all knowing. Yeah, I believe that. Yes, I am. Thanks. Welcome. Trying not being on Earth. I can leave the body very easily, but I'm too afraid to continue to let go. Susanna says. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is what ChatGPT says about the Gnostic texts talking about Loosh. Here we go. Energy, and not usually as little as energy farm, but they're very strong Nag Hammadi parallels to the idea that rulers, archons, damage keep humanity trapped and ignorant emotionally. Huh. Do not explicitly say Loosh, but they absolutely contain the ingredients. Archons create a counterfeit world, implant a counterfeit spirit, stir desire, fear, ignorance, blind souls to fate, reproduction, and forgetfulness. Okay. I read the Apocryphon of John. These archons create a counterfeit. So is this maybe ego? Yeah, that doesn't seem very similar to Loosh. It's like it feels a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see it in any of this material to be that strong. The archons can't create. We can. Yes, there you go. Yes, I wouldn't want to read about Loosh. I got you. Pistis Sophia is a book that Jesus speaks clearly with his disciples. It's fascinating. No silver cord. Not till I know how to navigate. Try not to be here on Earth. That was a PBM joke. Loosh, not loosely. Typo. Oh, got you. At least read his last book with all the updated views. Ultimate Journey. Okay. Well, I want to read the first one because I think in Ultimate Journey he doesn't talk about Loosh or something. I believe. I have a better ChatGPT that shows archons extract light energy. I think the silver cord came from Dolores Cannon. I was listening to one of her videos from years ago. No, it's Loosh. You need to pin down ChatGPT. The Castaneda books spoke of parasite beings that eat energy and leave enough for us to stay alive, but not enough for us to be strong enough to break away. Okay, Seth is trying to find the chat right now. Oh boy. The exhaustion is hitting me kind of hard right now. Many OBEs have seen their silver cord. You already experienced an OBE just once. I vibrate. Oh my God. When I've been trying, I've been vibrating like crazy and like it's kind of overwhelming sometimes. And then just seconds, I'm out of my body. I saw our first floor. I'm flying just seconds and I came back and frightened. Crazy. Yep. Haven't made it out yet, but we'll keep trying. K. Howie Hickman says, I remember seeing someone saying Robert Monroe was genuine with his first books, but was taken over by the CIA and later info might not be truthful. I haven't heard it, but doesn't feel far-fetched to me to think that. Fear and anticipation block the exit. Hold on, let me move this closer. There we go. Need to lean back a little. The letter J was not even in existence until the 13th century. Said, didn't you say no silver cord? Rolf Newitz. Never heard of him. Oh, you remote view? That's cool. How did you learn that? I managed an OBE but couldn't speak. It was weird. What are the shadow people during sleep paralysis? No idea. I haven't heard about that. You've heard there's seraph and angels. That's interesting. Where did you take classes? I believe that for sure. Yeah. I think all this stuff you got to practice like crazy. Alchemist talks about shadow people. Never heard from you about OG himself, Neville Goddard. Never heard of him. Let me write it down. Neville Goddard. I heard that they can sometimes be grays, ET, the shadow people. Oh, interesting. Had an experience with the shadow beings in 2016. I keep trying. Jen 5175 might be new. Welcome, welcome. I keep trying to get an OBE, also vibrate pretty hard, but for some reason my eyes open. Well, that's been happening to me a ton. It might, I wonder if it's the same thing with you. It just feels so uncomfortable. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of scary. Maybe you wake up like me. Brett Stewart has a good book on remote viewing. Oh, so you're able to do it as well? You should go and get some rest, kiddo. So nice of you. Yeah, I think I might have to go, guys. It's hitting me so hard. I really try not to miss the 6 p.m. live streams because that's kind of been the main tradition. So that's why I definitely want to jump on. But it's like my head's kind of hurting too. Vibrate pretty hard for some reason. My eyes open. It does, yeah. Jen, how long have you been following the channel, and what brought you here? Living in the state of wish fulfilled. That Neville. Yeah, I know. Brett did. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to take you up on the offer. I am going to go lie down. I just got my dog back too. I haven't seen him in like 9 days. So I'm going to hang with him. Me and him are about to go pass out. Oh, about 2 weeks. Caught the Intuitive Underground. Let's go. Let's go. Well, welcome to the channel. Once again, guys, just to reiterate, if you want to send me stuff or connect with me, This is the best way to do it. Follow me on Instagram at Pink Tourmaline Huzefa. I know some people still email me as well. You're welcome to do that if you prefer, or if you don't have Instagram or something. You can email me at pinktourmaline1980 at Gmail. Ooh. Can't stop yawning. Just got to practice extending the Hypnagogia state by Yoga Nidra. Okay. Bye and sweet dreams. Yes, you guys as well. All right, sounds good. Post it. Have a good night. Thank you guys. And like the interview. Fen Moonchild. Nice emojis. Looking to promise. That's what we all see. Get some rest, bro. All right, guys. Have a great one. Thank you so much. Click that like button before you sign off. All right. Let's pump the engagement up. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.